Here we are, back in squares.
Why?
Sherry.
Hello, Sherry.
It's square time.
What's that, Clad?
I said it's square time.
Yeah. Hollywood Squares, the great one. Okay. All right, so I am sorry. Apparently, they felt the need. I've been trying to get them to clean, right? But they decided today was the day and that we couldn't be there, which is a bummer for us since we're out for a week. And on top of that, there'll be classes in our classroom while we're gone, so we won't even get to experience the clean. So I'm really sorry, but this is how we're going to go today, okay?
All right.
I have you all right. Where did Royce go? Where's Royce? Here, oh, hold on. I got to put my little, there we go. Hi. So, should we say good morning?
Yes, we should.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
John?
Good morning, Jordan. Jordan.
I said good morning.
Okay, you look like you just rolled out of bed.
I didn't.
That's why you're still rubbing your face and stretching and okay. I'm not a dumb teacher. Okay? You're supposed to be ready for class. You don't have to be in uniform on Friday, but you need to be ready, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, we don't.
And lying is never a good thing. Okay? Good morning, Eleanor.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning. And Clad, can we please get you to sit still? You're starting to move around so much in these things. Please be still.
All right.
Good morning, Clad.
Good morning, Sherry.
So sorry I couldn't meet you at your house this morning. We'll have to do it when we get back. Okay?
All right. We'll
I
do
was
it
ready. I was ready to go. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning.
Sorry. Hold on. Clad, you're still talking?
Yes, I was. Had my alarm ready and everything.
Good for you. I'm happy to hear that. Tyler, I did not mean to cut you short. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Good. And Royce, good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so you may have noticed that I posted some assignments. I did them quickly, and I made some mistakes on them. For example, one of them is titled like name and date. And a couple of them I put due dates on, but please don't worry about that. This is all on budgeting, which we were gonna start when we get back next Monday, but I had to think of things for us to do today. So how many of you are caught up on your work? You're already assigned work. Your 2 journal prompts, your email mentor, your resume, and your interview questions. Anyone have all that done? Oh no, I bet Devin's at class. Hold on a second. Hi, Devin.
Hi, Sherry. Okay.
Did you go to class? Are you at class, Devin?
Because I got a little confused.
Okay, so what we're doing, because we couldn't use our classroom today, is we're doing Zoom, and we're on there right now. Can you just join my regular Zoom?
Yeah, but I don't see the Zoom.
It's the one I always use, my personal Zoom room. All the classes you all take with me, it's that same Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll see you in a couple minutes then.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we're talking about who has their homework done. Jordan, you have everything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there's a little advantage being in the classroom 4 days a week for you, I think. Eleanor, yes?
I have mine.
You have all yours done?
Yeah.
Well, we're still working on interview questions a little, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tyler?
Yeah, I'm all caught up.
Okay. Glad I haven't seen any makeup work coming my way or current assignments. Where are we there?
Let's see. I finished the definitions question. I'm about to finish them.
Okay.
And I also turned in the general prompts for this week.
See, there were 2 of them, but they're on
I
one.
finished both of them.
Good. And?
That's it so far.
Glad you got to step up. I'm really hoping you're going to bang out some homework over this break. Okay, there's no one nearly as behind on you as email mentors for one. And we're on our 6th one this week and you've turned in 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I really was hoping after our IEP that I would start seeing a lot of work coming in from you, but I'm not seeing it. So can you get caught up over this week off?
I'll do my best.
Okay. Royce, how are you on yours?
It's pretty fine, pretty good.
Got most everything done?
Yeah, the job offers are done. I did the email mentor. I did the fill-ins for that fill in the blanks thing and the interview questions too.
Okay, so you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So how our day's going to look is even a little bit different than I called about last night. You're going to have some one-on-one time with John today. Okay, so we can call out the times. The first one's going to be 9:30 to 10. Who would like that slot?
Oh, guess I'll take it.
Okay. So John, are you going to do Zoom or are you going to do phone?
Well, Royce likes to do phone, so we can do phone for him.
Okay. And
then we can do Zoom and phone.
all right. So who wants the 10:10 to 10:40? Jordan, by the way, I'm putting you at the very last one.
I'll take 10:10.
Okay. Tony, not right now. Not right now, son. Thank you. Sorry, it's rough morning around my house. Okay. So Clad, 10:10 to 10:40. 10:50 to 11:20. Who wants it? Tyler. Okay, with Clad and Tyler, do you two want phone or Zoom?
Zoom.
Either one doesn't matter to me.
You getting all this, John?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And Tyler, so do you want to make the call, John, since Tyler doesn't care?
Let's do Zoom, Tyler. Okay.
Okay, and you all know his Zoom, John's Zoom, except I think Eleanor doesn't. So then we have, am I even going to make it through everybody? I was going to do Jordan 1:30 to 2 to give you time for lunch, unless you'd like to do it earlier. Because I still
32 is fine.
Okay, so 11:30 to 12. Who do we have left? Devin, who's not in here yet, right? And what's Devin prefer?
Let's see. I think he prefers the phone.
Okay.
I haven't been one-on-one with him in a while.
Okay, we can ask him when he comes in. And then Eleanor, I think I'm just going to have you come to the class from 12 to 12:30. Okay?
Okay, all right.
So I told your mom that would be 11:30 to 12:30. But now it's just going to be 12 to 12:30, okay?
Okay,
And then John, I figured there's an hour for lunch there, and then you have Jordan 1:30 to 2.
Okay.
Is that all good?
That's good. Yep.
And, okay, here's Devin. Let's let Devin get in here. Sorry, my son's super wanting attention. Okay, good morning, Devin. I can't hear you. I haven't been in a box in a while.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry for the confusion. So this morning we're going to meet in this class until about 9:20 about 9:20, 9:30, okay? And then Devin, you're going to work with John from 11:30 to 12 today.
Okay.
Would you prefer the phone or Zoom?
I think on Zoom.
Okay. All right. And I think that kind of takes us through the schedule. Okay. So did anyone look at the assignments I just posted or no?
I have.
I
Okay.
got to take a look at them.
Well, I didn't look inside them. I only saw like the paychecks and the money management.
Yeah, and the one I messed up, it says, I told you, it says your name because it was the top line, but sorry about that. Like I said, a couple have due dates. Don't worry about it. I don't expect you to do this on your break unless you're really behind on your work. Okay? So shall we look at some of this? And Jordan and John, I did not get to send it to you to email this morning, but as soon as I get out of here, I will send it, okay?
Okay.
All right, Jordan.
Okay.
Sorry, it was a real rush trying to, change our world back to this. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. If you have the assignment, awesome, you can work off of it. If not, please take notes. So if you don't have paper and pen by you, please get it, okay? We're gonna start with the one that says name.
Name.
Yeah, sorry, I was really in a hurry.
I love name.
Everybody has one, right?
And date as well, but you can't see it from all those lines.
I know. Sorry, it was the very best I could do this morning. Okay, so now how do I move this? Can I move it?
Yeah, you can move it. You see that little gray thing on the top, on the bottom, top right, beneath the share?
Top right. Let's see. Oh my.
Look, you see that? No, I mean in Google Docs. You see the share button, the big blue share button? Okay, and you see that, if you go down a little bit, you see that little gray line?
Oh, well, you know what? It's letting me do it now.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. All right. So this is a pre and post test. All right. So we're not going to give you the answers right now, but I'm going to explain it to you. Okay. Because we want to see how much you learn throughout the financial literacy section. Okay. So it says money management, 100 points. So they want you to put an X in front of the items that are fixed expenses. Does anyone know what a fixed expense means? Okay, a fixed expense means it stays the same. You do it every month. It doesn't change. Okay? So go ahead, if you have it now, please mark what you think are fixed expenses. They can't be adjusted, they can't be skipped. You have to pay them every month. Oops, sorry.
Was I supposed to print this out?
I did it for you so short term. That's why I was telling you, either if you can work on it, great. If not, just do it on paper. It's not a lot of writing. That would make you write fixed expenses and then write the ones that you think are, and that way you could fill it in later. Okay? And I'm gonna teach you, all right? But on this particular thing, I really can't teach you because I need to see what you already know. As you get done, let me know, please. We lost Eleanor.
Wahib, Sherry.
You just kind of take off.
I do. What is that? I just want to. What's the date?
You don't have to write the date or anything. You can just take notes. And if you can't get through this right now, you can do it later.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I would just write fixed expenses and the words that you think are. Or the items, the bills. Anybody finished?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay.
Finish.
Good. Royce, was that you?
What?
Did you say you're finished too?
I said I'm finished.
Oh, I thought I heard a from Royce after that.
I did.
All right. Devin, how you doing? I can't see your face right now. Or Jordan. You ready for me to move on?
We should see if everyone else is finished first.
Okay. They're not talking back to me.
Jordan's on mute.
Devin, can you unmute? Devin.
I think he just has an issue with his headphones or something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready, Devin?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jordan?
Yes, you can move on.
Okay. So, Eleanor, don't worry. We can come back and work on this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, number 2 says circle the correct answer. So, what you could do if you don't have your paper printed out is just write your numbers and the one word that you think is the answer. So, number 1 says a credit or a debit card takes money directly from your checking or savings account. So if it's printed, you could just circle it. If you're writing it, just write the word. Number 1 and the word. Number 2, a credit or debit card is used to make purchases and pay later. Number 3, when you put money in the bank, it is called a balance or deposit. Number 4, the amount you have in your checking account is called the balance or deposit. I want to move up. Is everyone all right? The faces that I can see look okay.
But I do have a question. When we're doing this, is it okay if when we're doing this, is it okay if we have our family help us with some of the questions?
But not this first one, because this is a test of what you know before we start.
Okay.
At the end, you'll take this test again and see how much you've learned. So for this one, I mean, I can't even help you with this one.
Yeah.
I can help you with the next ones that we're going on to, okay?
Okay.
All right. So number 5, when you take money out of the bank, it is called an overdraft or a withdrawal. Number 6, the bank sends you a list of your checks each month. This is called your bank register or your bank statement. Number 7, a plan for spending your money is called a statement or a budget. Number 8, bills you have to pay are called income or expenses. Number 9, money you receive is called your income or your expenses. I just noticed number 10, kind of funny. ATM stands for automated teller machine or anyone taking money. We can go over this when you're done, okay? All right, moving on. Hey, you just bought me a birthday present. Woohoo! I'm a lucky girl. It says, so you're going to make out this check, which you're probably going to have to do out of classroom and not right now. And I do want you to turn this assignment in to me, okay, when you're done. So it says you're going to make out the check to J.C. Penney's for $43.56. And it says, thank you very much. So you get 4 points for each part, which is 28 points total. Okay, is anyone trying to do that now, or are we waiting on that part? Hello? Are we doing this now or waiting?
Wait.
Yeah,
We can do it later.
Waiting is better.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then after that, it says enter the check above in this checkbook register. Okay? So we can help you on that. Please don't feel overwhelmed. For some of you, that might be easy. For some of you, it might be really hard. Okay. So I'm going to go over these answers with you, but please, what I want you to turn in to me originally is what you just wrote down, and don't change it to make them more right. Okay, because it's not because of a grade, it's just because I really want to know what you know. All right, so who, and I would like everyone to answer, not every question at once, but who would like to tell us if rent is a fixed expense or not? Go ahead, Jordan.
Rent is a fixed expense because you have to pay it to whoever you're living with or wherever you're living.
Right, and how often do you pay rent?
You pay rent whenever you get money. They take some of your money and you pay rent with that money.
Now, I understand that living at someone else's house, and if you're like given a certain amount of your SSI, but can anyone tell me how often you have to pay rent?
Monthly.
Yes, every month. So it's not just when you get money, right? You have to pay rent every month, and that's one of the reasons it's called fixed, right? It's not going to change unless your rent gets raised, but it's always going to be due the first of the month, okay? And you have to pay it. You can't go, oh, well, I'd rather go to the movies, right? Not if you want to have a roof over your head, okay? Eating out. Who wants to take that one? And you guys that I can't see, which is Devin and Royce, I'm not going to be able to do it by hand, so I'll need you to speak up, okay? So who wants to take eating out?
I'll take it.
Okay, Clad. Is eating out a fixed expense?
No, it is not, because it's not a lasting
It's not.
expense.
What'd you say?
I said it's not lasting,
What's that?
meaning it's not something that is like prolonging of a payment. It's just something you do immediately and right away.
Okay. So yes, and if you have only money for rent or eating out, which one do you need to choose?
Rent.
Always rent. Okay. Eating out is more of it's a luxury. Yeah, it's a treat, and even eating out doesn't cost you the same every time, but it's not a fixed expense. Life can go on. Even, I know it's hard to say, but even if you don't eat out, life can go on. Okay? Who wants to take car payment? Go ahead, Tyler.
I'll say it.
It's a fixed expense because it's a recurring payment and it's every month, so that is why.
Exactly. Jordan, can you sit still? All right. How about a loan payment? And what is a loan payment first? Who can answer that? Royce?
I think the word loan is you get money from the bank or something like that, but the bank expects you to pay that money back.
That's right. Like I have a car loan, I have a student loan. In fact, I have 2 student loans. So are those fixed? Are they fixed expenses?
Well, I say, because if it is a loan, but expects you to like pay it, or the money will keep rising up. So I think it's not a fixed expense.
It is a fixed expense. Okay. Yeah, it's something. If it's something you have to pay every month, then it's fixed. Okay. If you don't pay those payments, like say your car loan, well, we got car payment up there. Anyway, yeah, you have to pay a loan payment every month. During COVID, some people who lost their jobs and stuff, banks have worked with them so that maybe they can put some of that off. But in our regular, not COVID world, yes, it's a fixed payment. You must pay it every month. Okay, Devin, how about gas for your car? Is that a fixed expense? Can we not hear you again?
Oh, yeah. I can hear.
Okay. Eleanor, is gas for your car a fixed expense?
No.
Why?
It can be.
It's what?
It can be, yes.
No, you're right. It's not a fixed expense. So, for example, if you can't pay the rent or you can't pay the car payment, you have to pay those. But if you can't get gas for your car, then guess what? You just don't get to go anywhere until you can afford more gas, right? But we can get there by buses and by walking and by rides. And so, of course, you want to have gas in your car all the time because once you get a car, you really want to drive it. But in all honesty, it's not a fixed expense. Okay, your car payment is, because if you don't pay it, they can come and take your car away. Right? They're like, no, we're not gonna play, and she's not paying the payments, then we're taking the car back. Right? Okay, how about insurance payment? I don't want to have to call on you all the time, but I will. Jordan.
That's a fixed expense because if you don't pay their insurance payment, they can take away your insurance and be like, I'm not playing. You're not paying us, so we're just gonna take it away from you.
Yeah, so what can happen if you lose your insurance?
If you get into an accident or something with someone else and you don't have insurance, you could be in very deep trouble.
Lots of big money trouble, right? And that's not the only kind of insurance. For example, I have insurance on my truck. I also have because I rent, it's called renter's insurance. And if you own a house, it'd be homeowner's insurance. And that means if something happens to your house, right, like a natural disaster or something, like there's a fire, or even if someone comes in and robs all your stuff, whatever, right? If you have renters or homeowners insurance, you can get these things fixed or get these things replaced. But if you stop paying it, and then that's just the time that something happens to happen, I mean, honest, you lose everything. Okay, so it's important to keep up those payments, and they are fixed. Okay, clothing, Clad.
All right. That is not a fixed expense.
And why?
Because when you're buying clothing, you're just going out to buy clothes. As in, it's not something that's everlasting, or like say, oh, I don't have to worry about this anymore, kind of thing. Not something like a payment. A payment would be more.
You are right. It's not a fixed expense. With me, I almost think it is, because, you know, sometimes girls in particular, they like to shop for clothes. But truth be told, I mean, I have something that I can put on, right? I don't have to have that new sweater or those new tennis shoes. Now, if I didn't have a pair of shoes at all, I would need a pair of shoes. But I probably have, I don't know, at least 40 pairs of shoes. And you don't have to have that many pairs, right? I just like
Yeah, you don't.
So that's just something that I like to spend my non-fixed income on. Okay, buying presents, Royce.
No, it's not a fixed expense.
Okay, and why?
Because if you buy multiple presents, the number keeps adding up. There's like no guaranteed number for multiple presents.
Right, and if you can't afford those fixed expenses, then maybe you need to look at buying less presents or making your own presents, right? Or not giving presents, okay? Because those fixed expenses, rent, car payment, loan payment, insurance payment, they have to come before those other items on the list, okay? Let's keep going. And here it's just circling the answer. Seems like that's almost what we did on the top, doesn't it? Am I doing something wrong here? No, there's just more, I guess. No, I went back up. I don't know what I just did there. All right, are we good on that one? Oh, because we were doing it, sorry. So we do need, so number 2, the first answer, is it a credit or debit card that takes money from your checking or savings account? Who'd like to answer that one? Go ahead, Tyler.
It's a debit card.
Yeah, so a debit card, it takes money straight out of your account, okay? So then number 2, a card that you make purchases on and pay later, is that a credit card or a debit card? Royce?
And that's a credit card.
Yes. Okay, and with credit cards, you usually pay a pretty fat interest rate on. Okay, so you're not just paying for the money that you spent on the card, but you're paying all the interest involved, right? Like when you first get credit cards, you pay almost 25% in interest on it. So say you spent $100, you're really spending, by the time you pay it back, $125. You want to be careful when you're using credit cards. Okay? Number 3, when you put money in the bank, it is called a balance or a deposit, Jordan?
Called a deposit.
Yes. Number 4, the amount you have in your checking account is called the balance or the deposit. Eleanor? So the amount of money that you have in your checking account, Eleanor, is it called your checking balance or is it a deposit?
Checking budget.
Good job. Yeah, it's your balance. Or no, sorry, it's your deposit.
Yeah.
I'm getting all messed up. The amount you have in your checking account is called the balance. Yes, you're right. I am really sorry, everyone. I got kind of messed up when they canceled class. Okay, so number 5, when you take the money out of the bank, it's called an overdraft or withdrawal. Anybody? Okay, I see Tyler. Well, I saw 3 of you, but I saw Tyler first. Go ahead, Tyler.
It's a withdrawal.
Okay. Number 6, the bank sends you a list of your checks each month. This is called a bank register or a bank statement, Clad.
This is a statement.
Exactly. Yeah, at the end of every month, your bank will send you a statement, and that shows all of your transactions throughout the month. It includes your deposits, it includes your withdrawals, the checks that you've written. It just shows you all of your activity for the month in your account. Okay?
All right.
All right. Number 8, bills. Am I on the right one? Gosh. Bills you have paid called income or expenses, Jordan.
Sherry.
Expenses. Those you have paid are called, actually no, they're called incomes because you paid them.
No, income. Who can tell me what income is? Well, it's number 9. The amount of money that you receive. So that includes paychecks or even presents from grandma in the form of money. Any money that comes to you is income. Okay? Expenses are the bills that you pay. So then we kind of did number 9. So 10. Royce, what's the answer for number 10?
Automated teller machine.
Yes, that one was pretty easy. All right, so we said you're going to do the check on your own. And once you've written the check, you can try to work on the register, but if you don't know how to do that, we'll help you, okay? So for example, let's just kind of go over this. So on the very first column, the transaction type or check number, right? So DEP, what's that mean? What's that short for? If you look over a little ways, you can see it. The deposit, okay? So they deposited their paycheck. That means they put money in the bank on December 1st, 2006, this is old. They deposited their paycheck, and then you'll see where there's a debit or a credit. A debit means when you took money out, you would write it in there. And a credit means when you put money in, you would write it there. So their check was $245.50. Okay? And this was the first thing they ever did in their account. So there wasn't anything in there to start. So that gives them a balance right now of $245.50. Next thing they did is, oh, this was a check. So this is what their check number is, 100. That was their first check they ever wrote. And they wrote it to Walmart for shoes on 12/15. So that was a payment or a debit, right? So the amount was $33.10. So they put it in the debit column. Okay? So that means that you got to take your balance and subtract this check. Okay, so they took their $245.50 and they subtracted $33.10 for the shoes that they bought. So their balance is now $212.40. Am I going too fast, or are you kind of understanding?
I can understand.
I'm understanding.
Okay. All right. I really like to do this in class much more than online, but okay. So what time do we have here? Why don't we look at one more? And this is actually what you're going to do today while you're not in your one-on-one. Plus, you can get help in your one-on-one, okay? So this one is called Learning About Banks. So this is going to be an online assignment. If you can do it on your own, I would love it. Also, John can help, and if you can't get through it, we can review it when we get back. So what they want, the assignment is for you to look for 2 bank websites on the internet. And then you're going to write down the name of the 2 banks that you researched. Of these 2 banks, you're going to figure out the answers to these questions. Okay, and it's really easy on the internet, right? Let's say you looked up Wells Fargo, right? And then you say, you look to see, is there an office for this bank in your town, in Sacramento? Which, with the example of Wells Fargo, yes, there is. There's a lot of Wells Fargos, okay? Do they have free checking accounts? So you just put in Wells Fargo free checking accounts, right? And it's going to give you all this information so that you can figure these questions out. I always just put in exactly what I'm looking for. So don't use Wells Fargo since we're going through this, okay? It's just the one I picked out of my head. So what are some of the other services they offer? So you can just put in Wells Fargo services offered, okay? And then as you do all of this, you're going to look at the 2 of them and you're going to choose a bank that would be better fit for you. And you're going to tell why it's a better fit. Okay? Maybe one charges you for checking, maybe some have, like if you're doing a savings account, maybe one paid more interest than the other. You're just going to kind of research this stuff to get to know about banks. That's just blank. Okay, so do you have questions on this assignment? Anybody? You think it will be hard or easy?
I
Jordan?
think it'll be pretty simple.
That'd be easy for you, Clad? How about you, Tyler?
I think it'll be easy for me.
Okay, Eleanor, do you think you can do this?
I think I need help.
Yeah, I think you're going to need some help with this too. So remember, you can try though, right? You can try. You can just put in maybe what banks are in our town, or try, but it's okay. If you can't do it, I can help you later. How about you, Royce?
It looks pretty fine. I can do it.
Okay. How about you, Devin?
I need help.
You might need help. Okay, so you want to maybe work on with John?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else think they need help with this? Oops, sorry. I was trying to move your pictures. Jordan, how about you? Can't hear ya.
I think I'm gonna need help with it.
Okay. All right. So you and John can work on that. Remember, please don't stress on these things. These are important things, but I really didn't want to just lay them out like this. I wanted to be up on the board and being able to write things and show you things. So just do the best you can. And when we get back to class, we can review it and see where people got stuck. Okay?
Okay.
Did I show you one more? We still have 15 minutes. Silence. Did I show you one more or no?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So this one we're really going to have to do on the board, but I can at least introduce it and talk to you about it right now. Okay. Paycheck deductions. This is all the money that they take out of your paycheck, right? You're like, okay, well, I get paid $13 an hour and I worked 20 hours this week, right? Sorry, I'm doing the math as we go here. So I should have $160 paycheck. So that's what I'm going to start with. So if anyone wants to try to follow me, let's say that your paycheck is $160 because we're going to do some math on this. Okay? So it says the amount of money employee will receive in your paycheck is called the net pay. So before anything's taken out, that $160, that's called your gross pay. All right? So this is the difference of gross and net. Net pay means everything they're going to take out of your check before you actually get your check. So federal income tax is for those earning under about $24,000 is 15%. Okay, if you're earning like $24,000 up to $60,000, then you're paying 28%. And if you're above $60,000, you're paying either 31, 36, or 39.6% of your check in federal income tax. So for us, because we're just starting out, we're going to use the lower number. So we're going to say we have a 15% tax for federal tax. So if you'd like to try to follow along, you can get your calculator.
I am a calculator.
Okay. Alrighty then. Hold on. I just set up my new phone yesterday and I'm not sure where they put my calculator. Oh, I really want it though.
Come on, calculator.
Good, good. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that $160. So you're going to go 160 dot, right? It's $160 and no cents. Because if there was change, we would put it after the dot. So you can take your $160 times, what was our percent rate? Times 15% equals $24. Okay, so for your federal tax, you're just gonna subtract $24 from your $160. Okay, so that gives you $136 left. Okay, but we're not done. Now they're talking about FICA. It's your Federal Insurance Compensation Act, which is Social Security, because we all pay into Social Security all our working lives, and that's money we get when we retire. Okay, so for that they're saying, oh dear, Dale's calling me. All right, listen, I'm gonna let you all go. We're gonna do this next time. Okay?
Okay.
All right, but I will see you in class at 12 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
But I gotta
All right.
now. Bye.
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 Hello?